Alrighty, we are live with some more Battlefield action. Quick tweet. Battlefield 5 is probably a good way of phrasing it. Yeah, we're back again. More Battlefield, more everything. We're straight back into things. Alright, I'm just refreshing everything. We've got my dashboard up. Looks like we're ready to rock. I think. Yeah, we look ready to go. Alright, cool. Sweet. Get this bad boy on the road. Oh, man. I am a slightly tired man at the moment, but we'll make it work. Don't even know necessarily what I'm play. Front lines. I think front lines might be a shout. Infantry focus front lines. Let's go. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with at the moment. Oh man. Hey there, Lapata. Welcome to the stream, dude. Get this show on the road, huh? Alright, I'm just sending another tweet out. Okay. Let's do it. We've got an infantry focus. We're playing front lines, which is actually decent, to be fair. I kind of like... I'm quite big on front lines. Hey, Dimitri. Right, that's lots of generic bullets flying in my general location. Jesus. Can we not? Does everyone really feel the need to shoot at me? Oh my lord. That was a Sturmgewehr. Hey there, Bloodhound. Good to see you, dude. Hey there, James. We are retreating, which is, you know, I mean, I was about to say we are in France, so that actually makes a lot of sense. Dude, we're getting hammered right now. I think I need to go with something a bit more cheeky, like a sniper rifle. Have I got my game changers tag yet? I haven't actually looked. I'll check it out. I probably do. Call in some artillery. I probably do. I haven't actually looked yet. Call in some more artillery. I'll see if I got the game changer tag a little bit later. Check it out. I'm also actually wearing a Battlefield V hoodie at the moment, which is wild. Yeah, this is full release, dude. On Origin Premier Access. I was about to say, that geezer is not going to be happy. He's literally just getting shot at through the smoke.
There you are.
They're probably going to try and recover the bomb as well, so there we are. And I quote, "Oh, Christ alive, I just got absolutely nailed."
Shit! Shit! Help me, someone!
Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, it's out. Oh, shit, the bed. Yeah, it should be out on Xbox now. Xbox should be able to play it. Also, I feel like the entire team is just letting these dudes run past us, which is not ideal. They're about to arm A, I think. Oh, they're gonna try and arm A. Alright, we're gonna kill them. Be fine. He actually snuck more or less all the way through our line there. The revive animation is smooth as Daisy. Jeez, please stop. Oh, Christ. They are sneaking up on us here. We've got a Brody helmet at home. That's pretty cool, to be fair. Couple of dudes. Oh, hello. That was a big old explosion. We've got a couple of dudes sneaking around, but I think this geezer needs to die. Mom. We'll call it a decent trade. I am, however, getting absolutely wrecked at the moment.
I need help! My life! Help me!
I don't think I'm going to get much in the way of medic help. I think it's worth using the sniper, though, because, like, a lot of these guys are in fixed positions at the moment. That snipey boy is probably still somewhere up there. Or at least I put good money on it. And I quote. Come on, you peek again, sunshine. And there he is. Right, we might actually be able to hold these guys off. In fact, I think we have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little bit campy what I'm doing right now, but we kind of need it. Oh, we've actually got to push the enemy back now, thank God. Right, I'm gonna go... I'm actually gonna go medium range Gewehr. I think this might work. I'm gonna go medium range Gewehr and see how that pans out for us. Like, I need something that can do range right now. And I also need something that doesn't get me killed.
Blood! Everywhere! Fucking help me!
I might put the reflex sight on it and actually, first of all, I need to get rid of the pistol. P08 is P38 even. It's a terrible weapon. Like, don't ever use it. It's so bad. Right, we'll use a one-time reflex. I feel like my squad mates haven't been particularly useful. Right. I'm actually going to go below the bridge and see what I can pull off down here. Oh, come on, man.
Warning, we have lost objective easy.
I'm gonna get under this bridge. I'm gonna... Do you know what?
Attention, we must
I'm gonna sneak attack this sniper up on the bridge. Just because I can. It'll be sweet, sweet revenge. Call that a victory. We'll call that a victory. Right, I need to actually get into a bit more of an offensive position here if I can. That was a sniper. I don't really want to stick around and find out about him.
Enemy has armed objective Charlie.
Lucky bastard.
Help me, someone! You gotta help me!
I managed to get a wicked cough on me before this stream, by the way, which is not particularly ideal, if I'm honest. But we'll make it work.
Charlie is now defused. Good work.
The Tiger 2 isn't confirmed yet. I imagine it will come at some point. Like it just seems like a logical thing to put in the game, in my opinion. And great. I hate spawning on tanks because they always end up dying like that. The Sten is an absolute babes, and we should all use it permanently. Alright, the bridge has been cleared. Yeah, I know Wesley's playing. We don't, like, us sort of YouTuber-y folk don't really tend to squad up much unless it's live streaming together on, like, the same day, or unless we're intending to. Not because we don't get along, just because, obviously, if I'm Westy right now, I imagine he's recording a shit ton of gameplay. I desperately need a medic.
Medic!
The hockey mask headgear doesn't exist anymore. They sort of toned down some of it. I would rate the game like a solid 9. Like, the gunplay and map design in this is second to very few Battlefield titles at the moment. They've done a really good job. Ah, I nearly had both of them.
They stunned me! I need a medic!
Like, earlier today, we must have played for, like, what, 4 hours? 4 hours, give or take?
I'm dying!
4-hour
Please,
stream.
I need help!
This guy's gonna get shot. Oh, wow, he didn't get shot. I'm impressed. Or at least I'm gonna get shot now. Yep, there we are. There's one. There's one bullet. Ugh. I'll tell you what, some of the customization, though, is pretty sweet. Like, I was messing around with a few of my characters just before I went live. Oh, I ran out of ammo, son of a...
I'm bothered! Help me!
Unfortunately, that wasn't the universal consensus, which is why they got rid of it. Right, I need to go get some of that ammo. Smoke grenades are hella useful.
The objective is now open to attack.
I don't really... It doesn't concern me, Yesto. Like, the vast majority of people playing this game are guys, and I'm presuming they'd customize their characters, to look sort of like themselves, I guess. It's just not that big a deal. All it is customization. I don't see... I don't see why everybody's up in arms about it. It is quite cool to create a sort of varied company. Lay down some smoke grenades.
We have lost objective Easy.
That grenade's gonna kill him, surely. Right, I feel like this game's in a bit of a gridlock. So I might actually go play some Conquest. I kind of want to get some of the... I don't want to get some more of the assignments done. Purely because I just want to start, like, grinding through most of the weapons. I'm interested to see. I might want to get some of these somewhere down the line. The oh, this is the one. Where is it? The Night Owl set. That looks sick. Need to... What was I going to mess around with? Right. Recoil buffer. Definitely something we're going to want on this weapon. Oh, I'm not max 3 yet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the console release as well, dude. Like, I mostly tend to play on PS4. No, that isn't the MG. That's not the MG42. That's the MG34. The MG42 is the last one at rank 20. I don't really know how I feel about the Reflex or AA sights. The blue sight is pretty sick. It's like a little... We're gonna go with some Conquest. Hopefully find a game... Oh, hopefully find a game nice and quickly, I was just about to say. Hey there, Heath. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm excited. My PlayStation 4 Pro is raring and waiting for some some more Battlefield content. I've got like a crap ton of space left on it. Right. Didn't mean to spawn in with that, but we'll make it work.
Capture and hold the objectives, as many as possible, soldier.
The Operation Locker of Battlefield 5. I'm excited too, man. My Road to Max Rank series starts on PlayStation 4.
Objective Amy is now
Right, just in case we get any plane boys come our way. Oh, that's going to be a sweet little
now control
Sweet little gift for that then, Heath.
Sway the outcome of this battle.
I'm just, you know, don't get me wrong. I enjoy, I enjoy playing on PC and I like it, but I will always be significantly better on PS4. And that just means my gameplay's better and stuff. And you know, when you play well, you enjoy it a bit more, I guess.
Attention, we are losing objective Caesar.
God, I wish this gun had extended magazines. Maybe that's an option.
Caesar is lost. We are losing ground in this battle. Take control of the enemy objectives.
Christ. I actually got, well, I mean, I got Blueberry revived into death. So, you know, some things have improved, some things are the same. Yeah, I actually wanted to run around with the Sten. The Sten is, I can do a little bit of plain gameplay, why not?
We have now taken
Not that
objective
great
Gaza.
flying with mouse and keyboard. I tend to use a controller, so we'll make it work. Right, my boy here is getting clapped. I suck at flying with this. Really do. Not a strength. The mouse and keyboard just wasn't really built for flying. Oh, I actually disabled his engine. Nice. Thanks there, white boy.
We have taken
Appreciate it, man.
objective Caesar.
I know we occasionally have some differences of opinion, but your support on the channel counts. Right, here's another dude. Might actually be the same dude. I'm here. I'm here.
Attention, we have lost objective Avian.
Oh, this scumbag's always in a death turn. Hey, this geezer has got me outmaneuvered. This is why we use analog sticks, because they're easier and make significantly more ergonomical sense for flying. Amongst other, oh, screw it, this guy's got the drop on me now. Right.
Objective Delta has been lost.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, damn it. I was so close. Yeah, the flying is a lot better. They've really improved it. No main. Like, it used to be very clunky in the beta, and I think that upset a lot of pilots. But I was using an Xbox controller when I was flying at the Swedish event. The turning looks stiff just because I suck with the mouse, don't worry. I'm not good at flying on mouse and keyboard. But when I used a controller over in Sweden, it was great. It flew really well. The music is incredible.
Objective Avian is now ours.
What they've composed for Battlefield 5 is insane. There are very few times where I will save like game soundtracks to my Spotify, but this was an exception.
We have lost objective Caesar.
That guy is not really in a revivable.
We are losing
Right, Right, we need to do a sneaky boy over to B here. Excuse, where have you come from, sunshine? It is a very pretty game. And the worst part is, I'm playing on medium settings right now. So, if you want a bit of context, I am indeed playing on medium settings, so... I'm trying to figure out where I want to be right now. Probably A. Or work my way over to B, potentially. Oh, it's looking like a scrap over here. Alright, we got this. I love that you can dive now when you hold the prone button. Oh, I absolutely nailed that, dude. If you, like, push in a direction whilst you go prone, you dive. Dude, the Stennis is such a boy. Oh, what a hero. What a medic hero. We need more of those guys. Right, we need to start slapping it on B right now. These smoke rifle grenades are really helpful on objectives. When I was playing over in Sweden, me, Westy, Hart Welsh, the UK community manager, and Flakfire, we were literally just running with like a platoon of smoke grenades. How long am I planning on streaming? Probably about 2 to 3 hours. So, till quite late in the UK. I don't really care. Like, I'm just here for a good Battlefield session, you know? It's just good to play a game that I enjoy so much again. You know, even more so when it releases on PS4 and I get to use, you know, the controls I'm used to and stuff like that. I say used to, I'm used to PC now, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, sometimes you have platforms you prefer. I just find it really impressive how with every game they manage to pull off really good soundtracks, as well as really good audio. I really need to get into the habit of throwing back grenades.
Halfway there and we are winning this.
Yeah, I'm fortifying by holding T. That's the little spanner symbol you're seeing. Yep, currently using 3D headphones. Wow, that was quite impressive, that. So I'm using the Astro A40s at the moment. This guy is about to get in this. I'm really tempted to get in this plane. I mean, that's impressive. I wonder, actually. Oh, wow, that's really cool. What the bullet holes actually show in the plane. That's some attention to detail right there. Powering our way through the medic class here. I love the blood on the rifle. That looks insane. Oh Christ, I just got ripped. Try 3D audio this time round. I think it's specifically designed for things like Astros. It works incredibly well. Christ. Oh, dearie me.
The alert, objective Caesar has been lost.
Alright, cool. Just sending out another tweet. Alright, let's do it. This is Origin Premier Access that's letting me play. So if you have an Origin Premier Access system, you can actually play the game right now. On PC is an option. That's a sniper, that's a sniper, that's a sniper, that's a sniper. Oh, I couldn't even get my damn bipod down, that's really annoying. It clipped through the bottom of this. There's a 10-hour trial live, but if you have Origin Premier Access on PC, you can, you get the game permanently. Damn him. I don't think PlayStation ever will. PlayStation are too salty about things like that. Well, apparently EA has offered them Origin and like EA Access, and they said no. They offered it to both platforms, and apparently PlayStation turned around and went, nope. I haven't really used an Aperture, so I might actually give it a go. See what it looks like. Not my favourite sight in the world, we'll go with that.
We are losing objective Emil.
I'm actually gonna equip long range optics. Oh wow, I forgot. I'm gonna iron sight it. Didn't even think about iron sighting it. That was a good idea. Alright, we're gonna iron sight this bad boy. DY, I believe. Will this run on my Sega Mega Drive? Probably. Why always me? Why do I always get those kinds of spawns? Please revive me.
Ich hatte nicht mehr lange
I'm
durch.
not having this.
We have now taken objective Beta.
And everybody's dead.
Bleib einfach am Leben.
Objective Bravo is lost.
The Sten does so much damage now. Oh my lord. I feel like I'm constantly getting killed by the Sten and the Sturmgewehr 1.5.
Ich bin erledigt.
Well, to be fair, they are the starting weapons, which makes sense, but
Objective Beta is ours.
even then. Speaking of which, I haven't actually really used Sturmgewehr 1.5 a lot, so I probably should. I'm actually going to put 3 times on it.
Good job. Objective Anton taken.
And you'll hopefully see why in a minute. Oh, for God's sake, it didn't equip it. Alright, we'll make the Gewehr 43 work. And that's why you don't use that gun.
Mich hat's erwischt. Wir brauchen Sanitäter!
Everybody right now is using the Sturmgewehr 1.5. That's because everybody seems to be playing Assault.
We now have objective Emil.
Right. Oh, I didn't want to get in a plane, but okay. Make it work. Screw it. Bailout animation.
Soldier, you should return to the fight.
Don't do me like this. This isn't hardcore. I don't know if there is hardcore even at the moment. I don't think there is.
Objective Duma is now ours.
Right, well, that was always bound to go sideways.
Stay alert. Objective Caesar is lost.
See you in a bit, James. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
We've lost objective Anton.
The core gameplay is pretty hardcore as it presently stands, in fairness. Yeah, that was a thing for a while. Yeah, the throwing knives, I've used some of them previously. My mouse just went really strange there for like a fraction of a second. They're quite good. In fact, if anything, I'm worried they're a little bit too good.
Soldiers, we are nearly beaten.
This is a really close game. Oh god, no. Oh, that was only gonna end one way. Now the maps aren't too big. This is actually a really close quarters map. Stop being in combat, you dick. And you died. Great. Good job. Limited spawn options.
Granate!
Oh, there's so many of them. Where would I rank it? Probably in and around, like I said, I made a video earlier that said it was one of the best since Battlefield 3, and I actually do believe that. The gunplay and map design sort of side by side isn't a combination that we've had of this caliber for many a year. Pull that quick scope. Oh my lord, we lost by 3 tickets. Alright, hopefully the next map is something that's a bit more to my tailoring. Is there anybody in this server that I actually know that... Curious about that. Got Luton playing, Jade, Westy, Bullseye. What's the Battlefield I least enjoyed? Probably Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 or Battlefield... And not even Hard... Like, Hardline, the setting wasn't great, but... the gunplay and map design in that were actually pretty good. Alright, we got Twisted Steel, so... Might actually put sight on this. It plays like Battlefield 3. Or at least it's the closest to playing like Battlefield 3. Just in a World War II environment, of course. This is a much more infantry-focused tank, which is going to be important on this map. This map is mad infantry. Just going to bring the tree with me. Call it roll and cover. Close.
Objective Dora is now our soldier.
I'm going to head down on this side. There's always rumors of a remaster.
Good work, we have taken objective Caesar.
I think this is just the default emblem, Snowman.
We now secured enough objectives to
There's always rumors of remasters about like previous games. In my opinion, I don't actually think it would benefit the franchise very much. Because all you're really doing is just preventing yourself making, you know, a new installment to that game. Because everybody would have already been playing the remaster over and over again. Plus, like, you know, and I know this is a selfish perspective, but for someone like me, right, if they release a remaster of Bad Company 2, for example, if that was a thing, then what the hell am I supposed to make videos about? Because we've done that to death for ages. And that is how you outmaneuver a tank, ladies and gentlemen.
We now have objective Amiens.
Get in one of the fast boys and just do laps around them.
Nehmt euch davor in Acht! Wir müssen das Ziel dort erobern.
Right, I actually have reinforced. I'm actually going to set some object. I realize I'm squad leader.
Das da! Dort müsst ihr vorsichtig sein!
Enemy direct hit with the shell and you tell me it did 60 damage, you banner.
Good work, we have taken objective Friedrich.
Come on.
Attention, objective Caesar has been lost.
Habt ihr gehört? Ihr sollt das Ziel dort verteidigen.
Right, this dude's getting killed. He's somewhere around the back here. Oh, I realized they actually have the objective that we should have. Probably need to head back over there now. This tank is lightning quick, though. Don't get stuck on the bridge, don't get stuck on the bridge, don't get stuck on the bridge. Because if they blow that bridge out from under us, we is dead. Going straight in that water.
Erobern wir dieses Ziel.
Yeah, it's got the same repair system as Battlefield 1 cooks, where you can repair inside the vehicle.
Augen auf! Da drüben ist Gefahr!
Actually, I may as well just drive into the building. Wow. This is a light tank. Oh god, I keep forgetting to change the weapon. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of Battlefield 1 either, to be fair. I don't blame you. Like, I played some, and then got very quickly disillusioned. Which is why it's nice to be here with this now. These guys are quite persistent, aren't they? I recommend it. If you weren't a fan of 1, you probably will enjoy 5 a lot more. It rectifies a lot of what, in my opinion, was wrong with that game. I've really enjoyed the medic history. Managed to just slap my microphone there casually. But yeah, the medic for me has been the go-to class. You know, the ability to heal yourself is always a bonus. But the SMGs sort of, they kind of push you towards really positive gameplay attitudes because you're always, you know, getting close quarters with the people you're fighting. I think it just makes for the most interesting engagements.
Attention, objective Dora is now lost.
There is very much a tank sat right there. And there is a second one coming. And he knows I exist. Great.
We are losing objective Amy.
The medic is my favorite class without a shadow of a doubt.
Taking objective Bertha.
I'll tell you what, the camo that I got for this is actually pretty... I was waiting for that thing to drop bombs.
We have taken objective Caesar.
Los, verteidigt das Ziel dort! Hier, für dich.
Revives him, gets killed. Classic. I think I'm gonna go back to the medic, to be honest with you. Yeah, the sweet spot is completely gone. Might actually use the KE7 for give that a go. The SMGs are great, man. You know, they're definitely some of my favorite weapons already.
Objective Bertha is being lost. We have lost control of objective Bertha.
Oh dear. Christ alive, that's a lot of bad guys.
Hallo? Sanitäter?
I think it's safe to say I'm not going to get another revive.
Objective Anton taken. Objective Friedrich is now ours.
Finally got the impact grenade.
Objective Dora is ours now.
Das Ziel dort. Nehmt es ein.
I personally just like the playstyle of the SMGs. You know, it's fast, you're on your feet, you're always mobile. I feel like I get my best gameplay with SMGs. I really wish that you could climb that. Okay, we've got 2 tanks up on us out here.
Wir müssen das Ziel dort erobern.
Objective Friedrich has been lost, soldiers. We have now taken objective Dora.
What the hell? That dude was just laying there.
Wir brauchen Sanitäter.
Oh yeah, the game sounds incredible.
We have lost objective Caesar.
Use the tank for cover. Hey there, Jonathan. Good to see you, dude.
Good work, objective Amy is now ours.
I should be dead.
Nimm die Munition hier. Helft mir. Irgendwer. Die haben mich
I
erwischt.
should very much be dead.
Sanitäter.
I would love to see the PPSH. I think the M1 Grant and PPSH need to make an appearance. Well, you know, I said I should probably be dead. Fast-paced body dragging. There is supposed to be body dragging post-launch, but they haven't really said when. In honesty with you, you know, I think it's not that big. It's not that big a priority for them, and I can understand why. Because in the time it would take you to drag a body to safety, you could also probably pull off some form of revive in that same time frame. I'm not saying it's pointless, I'm just thinking there are very few scenarios where it would actually be useful, which is why it's had less priority. Goddamn tank. Come on, drive over the damn mines. You literally have one job. Thanks, Liam. Honestly, waiting to the 15th is a pain. I honestly don't know how most people... Why? I don't really know how most people are doing it. Like, this Origin Premier Access stuff, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but the fact that everybody else has to wait so long is just long as hell. There are places where it will be useful, like to quickly drag somebody behind cover. You know, which is helpful, but I think you can more or less achieve the same effect with a smoke grenade. That sniper has really got it out for me. You can more or less achieve the same effect with a smoke grenade if you understand where I'm coming from. Oh, that sniper's very much dead now. If you've got it on PC, you may as well just get Origin Premier Access, bro. Like, if you've paid for the Deluxe Edition, cancel what you've paid for, add like an extra £10, and then you get all of the EA games for 70 something pound a month, a year, sorry. Like, that's a much better deal for your money, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only the medic class. Right, we actually need to branch out and get some of these other objectives, because we're severely lacking in that department. I'm thinking C is the next go-to. Never mind that, we lost B. I'm trying to like keep it remotely down because I do have like housemates trying to sleep right now, but it's quite difficult to do. Oh, I don't even know what I want with these weapons. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna try and branch out. We need to branch out to these objectives if we're gonna win this. This gun is actually filth. Probably be illegal. He's definitely pissed. I'm not particularly good with flying on PC, so it's not really worth doing. I'm more of a tank and infantry guy. Infantry is my strong suit. To be honest with you, World War III, no disrespect to the game, like, you know, I've met some of the developers, you know, recorded the game at Gamescom and then some. The game just simply isn't there yet. Like, don't get me wrong, it is fun in some respects, but it just feels like a really poor version of... It feels like a poor man's Battlefield 4 at the moment. And that's kind of pointless, like, you may as well just play Battlefield 4. That's my beef with it. Yeah, we're back to the old school conquest system, where you lose tickets instead of gaining them, which makes much more sense. And I'm glad that they've finally gone back to that. You have better games with that. Like, you'll notice that so many of my games have been really close matchups. And the reason for it is because they're using the old system. Right, we're actually starting to cap some of these bad boys. Set an order down for E, even though I'm not really there. I think we can actually move on to F once that captures.
Alle mal zuhören. Verteidigt das Ziel dort.
Oh wow.
Ich sterbe. Ich brauche Hilfe.
There can definitely be much more comebacks in this system, which is why it's better.
Erobert das Ziel dort, Soldaten.
I think it can be a good game, but I think the problem these days is There are so many games that can be good games if we give them a long enough. Then, like, you don't really know how long they mean. Like, you know, for all we know, we could be talking about World War III in 2 years' time as a game that's still not finished. Yeah, mud still covers the weapons like it did in Battlefield, but blood does as well now.
Nearly beaten them. Keep going.
Right, I'm gonna Panzerfaust it. It's just it's the general problem with the early access gaming industry as a whole at the moment. Like, too many games release that don't ever actually come to release. Insurgency Sandstorm's a really good game, Jono. The thing is, for me, is I'm gonna wait till it's complete. I know it's mostly done, more or less, but right. I don't think I'm actually gonna have time to get a V1 here. I'm praying I do, but I highly doubt it. There we go, I got sniped. It's a really good game, but the thing about Insurgency is that it's for a very specific kind of audience. It's not necessarily like it requires too much focus, I think is the way I'd describe it. Don't get me wrong, like I like the game, but you know, may as well call them in whilst I can. Get some extra XP. Not gonna get enough for a V1 by the time the game ends. But like the problem with Insurgency is you have to focus so intently all the time. It's a bit like Rainbow Six. Because every corner could literally just be some dude sat in a corner waiting to kill you. Right, hopefully the next map's like... Well, Twisted Steel's great, and we did just get a W, which I'm very happy with. One more week to go, man. It's safe to say that those people haven't customized their company very much. Right, we got some of our assignments completed there, so I got some extra currency to mess around. Oh, RAS is so good. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best. One of the best. I mean, my squad is looking really jam-packed here. Join one of the other ones. Oh, great. And as I join that one, somebody else leaves. Got an interesting DM.
Soldiers, capture and hold as many objectives as you can.
Yeah, you do get company coins when you rank up. You get a lot of them, and you get them for like progression stuff in general, really.
More ammo, someone!
Right, hopefully this makes me squad lead, because this guy's not requesting order. I mean, this guy's not setting down orders, should I say. Let me jump over the bush, damn it. I don't think they will. You know, this is their time to prove that they can do a live service. And I've already played Panzerstorm. You know, it's an okay map. It needs some work still. The version we played didn't seem very finished. God, I love this map. Arras is so damn good. Arras is like... It's a bit like Amiens in a way. In a way. Hopefully I can get these dudes up.
Work. Objective Fox is now ours.
I'm here for you.
It's almost like I'm a medic or something.
Blood! Everywhere! Fucking help me!
The problem with Panzerstorm is that it doesn't have enough cover for infantry. And the problem with it as well is that, like, it's a vehicular map, but if you're not in a vehicle, it just feels pointless. Like, the second you're not in a vehicle, it's just like, right, why am I here? And I think that's its biggest problem. Yeah, you can shoot out the tires. I saw that. They posted it on the Twitter. Like, once you're not in a vehicle, the map becomes very boring. And, you know, I think David Serlin was saying they wanted to make the vehicular spawner more instantaneous, potentially combat some of that, but we'll see how it goes. Like, it still looked like it needed some work. I was actually sat behind Jack for most of that event, or sat next to him. Our squads were actually, like, my squad and Jack's squad ended up having, like, fights nearly every game because, like, it was our squad versus theirs. It was really funny, actually, because, like, by the end of it, it was, like, effectively 2 UK squads as top. Right, I'm gonna take out that tower. Oh yeah, the tanks are just rolling blockades, basically, at this point. Come on. I just need an angle on this. Right. I'm almost going to sort of blockade this road a bit. Oh, well, that guy just got absolutely destroyed. I'm going to resupply here.
We have taken objective Fox. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, the rate of fire is definitely faster. Somebody's attempting to smoke me.
Come to the objective, soldiers!
Right, that's a fight I wasn't going to win. Yeah, it's basically it's got very similar setup to Amiens, but it's a lot better. There are quite a few vehicles available. I think there's about 5 tanks on this side, or 4 or 5, give or take. It's just whether or not people use them, really. That's the bigger problem.
That objective, capture it!
And, you know, personally, I'm more of an infantry guy. I think most of the guys you'll see on YouTube, like Westy and stuff, and Jack, they're definitely much more infantry focused as well. I just got a headshot with a tank. Right, we've absolutely wrecked this objective. Also, you can attach rockets to this, which is like the coolest fucking thing in the world. You can effectively get like a rocket buggy.
That's it! Capture the objective!
Right, I've driven into a slightly larger tree.
Objective easy has been lost, soldiers.
Oh, collateral.
Easy there, I'll patch you.
Objective Fox has been lost to the enemy.
Try repairing that, you bastards!
Fine work. Objective easy is now ours.
God damn, I was going to try and sneak back in. Yeah, I know people are being weird about the whole female thing. It's just stupid. Like, the game, it's just something the internet chooses to get mad about occasionally. Most of the people will probably never touch a Battlefield game, will probably never have, and just don't care. It's just the trees, man. I can't seem to go through some of them. It's quite annoying. Like, some of them I just sort of glide through them like a bread knife or something, and then others it's just like, no. Gotta wait. I don't think that's true, Melvin. Like, there are a lot of vehicles in the game. You can see planes flying around right now. It's very much still combined arms, but, you know, the big problem with Battlefield 1 is that there were too many vehicles, and the infantry gameplay was terrible. Like, the infantry gameplay was just random, sporadic, and didn't really make a lot of sense. Whereas now, the infantry gameplay is good, and the vehicular gameplay still exists. Right, I'm just going to keep diving into these fields. The easiest form of cover here.
Good show. Objective Fox is now ours. Objective Fox.
I think it's just I think it depends on the vehicle mood. Like I think if you use a heavy tank, you basically can just glide through it. Right, there is a tanky boy over there.
Right, defend the objective!
Nice job. Objective Charlie is ours.
I just got clustered by about 4 different panzers. I mean, the way I look at it, Libby, like the way it works is that, you know, you customize your characters as as you please, and you can do whatever, and it's just an option. Like, it's not like they're forcing it upon you. You can change your character customization. Alright, I've got a Bomber Boy now, haven't I? Forgot about
Forward! Capture the objective!
Halfway to victory.
Well, the thing is Battlefield 1's infantry gameplay was poor, and now Battlefield 5's is good. And the vehicular gameplay is good too. You know, I've already had instances where, like, you can tell things have been improved. Like, you can outmaneuver, you can use different vehicular types. You know, it's no longer... You know, the turret system definitely helps out a lot with that, to be fair. Right, we've got some new bombs back.
Hear this. Objective Baker has been lost.
Yeah, I think that's one bonus that this game has, is that, of course, in Battlefield 4, that was the case. Like, there were certain vehicles that, you know, there were times where a team would hold all the vehicles and you would literally just get repeatedly dicked on. It is a really good looking map.
Good stuff. Objective Dog is ours now.
We're losing E, which means I need to do a little bombing run. And I realise I've nearly just flown that into a tower. And I lost a wing.
Attention, we have lost objective.
Well, that wasn't going to end well. Also, I've actually just kicked my headset unplugged. It's pretty impressive, if I'm honest.
Grenades from us!
Yep, whenever I do a high G turn, the game blurs. It's quite an interesting feature. I think the idea is to give, like, pilots the ability to pull off, like, really good maneuvers that force high Gs, and the blur sort of can help them hide and escape being tailed.
Come on, soldiers! Defend the objective!
Oh, so many things are trying to kill me right now.
Warning, we have lost objective easy.
Come on, soldiers! Capture the objective!
Wow. Talk about a crossfire. It is a good addition. I think it definitely will shake up some of the playing gameplay that we've seen. This guy's going to try and revive me here like an absolute gem.
I need help!
What a hero. Not all heroes wear cape. I really shouldn't be alive right now.
We have taken objective Charlie.
I'll see to you! Easy, I'll help you.
Got some revives going here. I love how they're covered in blood when you go to pick them up. It's the little things, I think. Oh god, I tried throwing the grenade and completely failed. Battlefield 5 is a far superior game. The gunplay is better. Like, everything that I disliked about Battlefield 5 has been fixed. Sorry, Battlefield 1 has been fixed in 5.
I'm wounded! Medic!
They are very different games, Melvin. Like, you can't say that if you haven't played it. Like, that's like me going, oh yeah, you know, Battlefield 4, that was just a Battlefield 3 DLC. When we both know those were two different games. You can unlock them through the base game. I don't even think the deluxe edition gets gold skins. It's more like bluish one. Well, anybody who says that really is just making a completely invalid point. Because, you know, anybody who says, you know, Battlefield 5 is the same as Battlefield 1 is the same as me saying that Battlefield 4 is the same as Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 2. We all know they're different games. They all have different mechanics. They work differently. But it just doesn't make sense. Also, World War II is very different to World War I. We're still going to slam away on that objective. Yeah, there's lots of combat in and around the objectives. They've done a really good job, Comrade, of making lanes that feed into the objectives a lot better than they have in previous titles. I think a lot of people noticed that one of the big problems of Battlefield 1 was that a lot of the gameplay was just sort of random, and it didn't necessarily happen in intended places. It just sort of happened. All of the guns can be used on both factions. Thanks, Amood. Really appreciate the support, buddy.
We have taken objective easy, soldiers.
The optics have been fixed now. They're not too dark. You don't get any XP for pre-order boosts. It does seem like that, but the way you actually flow between objectives does... You'll notice it a lot more on things like Grand Operations as opposed to Conquest, but it does exist. Pacing and quantity of release content? Pacing is good. Like, you mean the pacing of the game or the pacing of content? That's what I'm wondering. Actually, I'm wondering what I should... Oh, I've got a weird little bug here. Oh, wait, no, he's actually spawned in.
Attention, objective dog is now lost.
Come on, capture the objective.
Oh, the pacing of content. Okay. Well, my concern at the moment, and this is a big concern, and I've actually got a video coming out on this soon. The release content's pretty good. Like, I've got a video tomorrow coming out talking about the fact that, you know, I actually am really impressed with the map lineup of the game. The weapons and vehicles and stuff are very similar to things we've seen before, you know, there's a very similar amount of content that we've come to sort of expect, I think. But what worries me is the live service, because what we've seen is not looking very promising. Especially the presentation that we got shown over in Sweden, that actually made me more concerned than it did reassure me. We got to see Panzerstorm and play it. We also got a good idea of how much content we're going to be seeing, and this is a video that I'll be talking about soon. So I am a little bit concerned with the nature of the live service and potentially how much content we won't have.
Gotcha, chum. I'll see to you.
Also, I might call in a strike on this.
Nearly beaten them. Keep going.
Right, we're gonna watch this rocket come in. I wasn't that impressed with Panzerstorm. Considering that's one of the maps that's, you know, less can be more, but it can only be more if the maps are actually good. Wow, I actually got lots of enemy hits there, but not a lot of kills. They've said Greece and... what else have they done? There was another location that they mentioned, I think. Might be wrong. I think they have. I don't want to feed you false information though, so...
Objective Fox is now ours.
I feel like this is going to land exactly where I put it. And I quote. Oh, dude, I really want the M1 Grand as well. If they went to Japan, I'd be really impressed with that.
Objective Dog is now ours, soldiers.
Thanks, Max. Really appreciate it, man. The game download was 44 gig on PC, and I think you can expect it to be slightly larger, I'd say in and around the 50 gig region on console. And I do believe you will be able to preload it before the 20th. Of course, if you got the deluxe edition, you can preload it before the 15th. In fact, I think you can preload it more or less now. I might be wrong though, but I know you will be able to preload. Right, all of my squad mates are actually dead, and there's not really anybody... Pacific content in general would be great. I was a huge fan of the TV series, The Pacific. That was awesome. I'd love to see that kind of stuff in this game, this setting. Battlefield 5 Ground Operations is a lot better. I think what really impressed me about Ground Operations in 5 is they actually redesigned some of the maps in positive ways. Like, you'll play entire sections of the map that you hadn't really played before. Breakthrough does play out incredibly well. In fact, I probably will switch out to some Ground Operations now, to be... And I accidentally hit continue. Great. Very strong. Even, even on, what's it called? Words, brain. Even on Rotterdam, like, the actual ground operation is so much different to Conquest. They are very different beasts. I'm actually going to mess around with the MG34. Battle Royale is coming out in March, as per stated. Thank you for supporting me, comrade. I appreciate it, man. You know, I honestly, like, making content is something I really enjoy doing. So just having you guys around to support it counts to me, really.
Erobert das Ziel dort!
We need to capture and hold as many objectives as possible.
We're gonna go E to D. I'm gonna mess around with this bad boy. EA Access is something that's available to PC and Xbox. PlayStation said no. I've got some final stand footage that will come out soon, MJ, but unfortunately it's not something you can exactly show because it isn't a game mode. It's something that triggers based on how you do on ground operations. I think it's actually quite rare to get final stand as well. PS4 version isn't out to the 15th, yeah. I mean, the Xbox version isn't out to the 15th either. This is purely... They have a 10-hour trial, but PC have complete access for Origin Premier access.
We have taken objective Dora.
No worries, Kooks. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, dude.
Los! Erobern wir das Ziel dort!
Damn it, I just got there. I'm going to try and see what I can do with the MG on this one. Because Rotterdam actually gives you lots of really good places to place it. I think that's a Browning gun emplacement. I might be wrong, though. We're absolutely getting landslide at the moment. Try and defend the...
Da drüben, bleibt wachsam!
Be warned, objective Emil has been lost.
Lucky bastard. There's nothing, no information on anything like that at the moment, El Blunto. That's just, I don't think you probably, I mean, I don't really think that's the goal of what Battlefield 5's hoping to do. You know, they're constantly talking about exploring unexplored locations, etc.
Wir müssen das Ziel dort erobern!
Attention, we have now taken objective Bertha. Be aware, we have lost objective Dora.
We might see something like it. I don't think it's a complete write-off. I think the whole idea of Tides of War is that it's quite open to interpretation. Like, they might change around what they plan on doing with it. The bipod animation is indeed still annoying. Sometimes it doesn't even deploy properly, so you get situations like that, where that guy definitely should have been dead. The FG-42 is definitely worth the wait, though. If you can slowly get through the class and unlock that, it's such a good weapon.
We have taken enough objectives to control this fight.
Durchhalten! Verteidigt das Ziel dort!
No, we have lost objective Emil.
I shouldn't. I'm on 1 health. I was about to say, I really shouldn't be alive. It's really tough to hip fire an MMG, of course. I'm actually I'm gonna make it look a little bit pretty. I don't like it. Feels quite basic at the moment. Try and make it look a little bit cooler. That's a bit more like it. I'm actually going to go and attack C here.
Das Ziel dort! Nehmt es ein!
This is a really good gun. It's so versatile. Like, you can use it practically everywhere. Like, I'm glad they swapped this with the STG for the starting weapon. And I quote,
Good job, we've taken objective Emil.
Erobern wir dieses Ziel.
We have lost control of objective Bertha.
It has some recoil, but it's not very strong. Like, it's very controllable recoil. I'm gonna Bobby the hell out of this. Favorite sidearm so far is the Ruby, but I really want the revolver. That thing looks good, man. We've absolutely wiped this objective. Who knows, man? Some of these guys make reviews really quickly. Like, other than the review event that I attended, as far as I'm aware, this is the earliest anybody has played the game. Yeah, Comrade Zero, at the moment, I think they have been really helpful in creating defensive positions. I think it's a new dynamic to the game that's going to take a while for people to get used to and kind of, like, actually use at a very effective level. But, you know, as it presently stands, I think, you know, there have been instances where I've managed to make good use of them. God damn it, everybody just wants me dead at the moment. I think it will push defensive play, but I think we've never really had enough defensive play. In Battlefield, people tend to go to objective quite fluidly, and you know, within that, we never really have people who sort of stand by and sort of defend objectives in that respect. So, you know, I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world. Defensive gameplay actually could be very beneficial. I'm just going to go for a classic pro tip, which means never run down the big open road. I guarantee you Drifter's probably got, like, a few hours of game time at best, and he's already made a review. Like, a lot of people tend to do that. Angry Joe is another guy who does that kind of stuff. They'll, like, play the game for an hour and be like, oh, yeah, I know everything about it now. Hey, time to make a review video. Oh, absolutely. They'll definitely be tweaking. I mean, one of the really impressive things about this game is a lot of the stuff is actually being handled on the back end server side, like balancing and stuff, so they can actually tweak things really quickly and really easily. That was a total panic shot. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but well, you can't really spawn camp, so to speak, but you definitely can make it difficult for them to get out of their spawn. I think people always find a way to slip by. Plus, like, the spawn, you could actually loop around the, like, if you look at the map, if you were to spawn, let's say, for example, our spawn at the moment, I could loop around all the way through the sides if I wanted to really get out of the objective.
Erobert das Ziel dort, nicht trödeln!
Beware, we are losing objective Emil.
Right. Nice and easy way of transitioning. Hey there, Joseph. I'm good, buddy. How are you doing? Absolutely. Like, you know, I think the MMGs and combination of fortifications does pose big potential for defensive play. And, you know, like I said, it's not necessarily something that's been very prevalent in the franchise before. Ah, so close. Sort of panicked on the second. I thought I killed the first guy faster than I actually did.
Warning, we have lost objective Emil.
He's actually getting raided by but on two different sides. He's probably going to go down here. I'll be surprised if he pulled it off. Oh, what a boy. He actually did pretty well there.
We have now taken objective Bertha.
He lived a lot longer than I thought he would. The MG34 I think is still in the game. I think I was just using that. You have to level up. It's a sort of combination system. You have to level up your class ranks. There are 20 class ranks. There's of course your maximum rank as well, which is 50. The Lewis gun's quite good. I played with it when I was over in Sweden. Obviously, it's you know, very similar to what we saw in Battlefield 1, except it handles completely differently because of the changes in gunplay. It's actually a very effective weapon. It's a nice trade-off between a weapon that you can use to suppress people because it's got a big mag, but also a weapon that you can use up close and personal. It's sort of a, I'd say it's a close to mid-range LMG, but it can behave like an MMG if you want it to be, so to speak. It's a sort of a hybrid gun.
Halfway to victory.
Bin getroffen! Brauche Sanitäter!
I think it's safe to say I'm probably not going to get a revive here. I'm pretty impressed with my squad so far, though. They've actually been handling orders pretty well.
Erobert das verdammte Ziel!
So much so that we might get a very, very filthy finish to this with a nice JV2 or something. My favorite MMG is without a shadow of a doubt the MG42. That thing is filth. It's got such a big magazine that, like, even if you miss, it's fine. Like, it's okay to miss. That guy was literally on fire as he went through there. Ah, completely bottled that. Yeah, the Bren was pretty good too. I think that's also like the Lewis gun. It's a bit of a hybrid. Favorite map, Joseph, is easily Devastation of Rotterdam. Maybe Arras actually as well. That's a strong contender. But Devastation of Rotterdam is like, I was a huge fan of the Aftermath DLC in Battlefield 3 with the earthquakes and stuff, and I get big vibes, big vibes from that. I think they did actually increase the movement speed slightly, Ahmood. And I think it's actually been quite beneficial if things feel a bit more fluid. I think you have more room to sort of get around corners now and stuff as well. I think this AR is really good, the Sturmgewehr 1.5, but there's also another weapon, that I can't remember the name of, but I will show you when I get a chance. That was really good too. It was a semi-automatic rifle, but it had a big magazine, so you could effectively sort of spam cannon it. It was a lot like the, it reminded me of the, oh, what was that weapon? I think it was the M1907 maybe? Might be the gun I'm thinking of. It was a semi-auto rifle with a big magazine. It was an extended something. Or the auto-loading. It reminded me of the auto-loading. That's the one. The auto-loading in Battlefield 1. I can get it up for you now. So I can remember the actual name. Oh wait, no, I can't do it at the moment because I can't replace weapon. When I next get an opportunity, we'll look at it. But it's a really good weapon. It's a big spam cannon. Yeah, the Gewehr 1.5. That is literal filth. I think it is the Gewehr 1.5. I had so much fun with that gun.
Achtung! Erobert das Ziel dort!
I'm getting pretty good frames. I'm getting in and around the region of 80 at the moment. And I don't necessarily have the latest hardware, so to speak, at the moment. But it feels healthy, feels smooth. It's the Gewehr 1.5 or something along the lines of that, but it's a really good semi-auto spam cannon. Yeah, it is the semi-automatic version of the gun I'm currently using. That would be the one. I just got killed by a Vickers gun. I realise now that I just bled out in front of a medic and he's probably super mad at me right now. I would not blame him. But boys, it's fine, because we're going to call in, Oh, why is there some dude standing there? Right there, behind enemy line, but like right next to all of my teammates. Almost enough for... I'm trying to get a rocket so I can call it in on B. This will be fun to watch. It's a Yeety boy. That was a pentakill. I tend to play medic. I'm just trying to like branch out a little bit and try some other stuff. Battlefield 5 can indeed be played on EA Access right now, as well as Origin Premier Access if you want full access to the full game permanently from today. I've got another little fun history fact for you now that you mention it. One of the weapons in the game is called the Liberator, and it was a small pistol that was about yay big, that they would drop behind enemy lines that could fit one 45 ACP bullet in it. And the idea was that they would give resistance fire these tiny pistols so they could get really close to a German soldier, shoot them, steal their gun. And they have it in Battlefield 5, and it's a one-hit kill at a certain range, but it requires like an 8-second reload. Oh, I've got the M1A1 carbine, I'm excited for that. It has a super long reload time, so it's like an 8-second reload for one shot. Couldn't tell whether that was a dead body or not, so I figured I'd just shoot at it anyway.
We have now taken objective Anton.
That gun takes so long to reload. But it's quite funny. I think Flakfire's actually got a lot of footage of him just running around with the Liberator shooting people.
Taking objective Emian.
I think they do. I'm not entirely sure, though. I think it's somewhere in the game. I'm hoping to do a few sort of historical videos as well and talk about some of the history behind the weapons and stuff. The sniper is a one-shot headshot. Sounds about right.
Bewegung, erobert das Ziel dort.
It's a curious little gun. The game's really good, Yeti. I've been really enjoying it. I'm excited for it to drop on PS4 as well. You know, I've mentioned a few times that I've got a lot of content that I want to do on PlayStation as well this year. Purely just because, you know, like I say, decent at PC, pretty good at PC, really good on PlayStation. Like, worth watching good on a regular basis on PlayStation.
Granate! Runter!
We are now losing objective Anton.
I knew he'd still be waiting. Snipers are always so damn impatient.
We have almost won this. Don't let up.
There's always one humiliation weapon.
Objective Anton has now been lost. Be aware, we have lost objective Dora.
The Kar 98, I believe, once you've upgraded it a ton, is actually better. But I might be a little bit off on that. Yeah, the melee animations are very similar. That's one thing that I was a little bit disappointed about. Ow. Please don't. I've just fallen off the bridge. Great. Favorite Conquest map is probably Arras. Maybe Devastation of Rotterdam. Yikes, that's a pack 40 on the back of a truck. I meant G, not that.
Ich
Oh,
werfe eine
God.
Granate.
I mean, that's an interesting pose. From base, probably the SMLE. But obviously with upgrades, the car comes into its own. But you can't really judge weapons based on base and upgrade because you will always choose different specializations to other people. I can tell you that the upgraded MG42 is absolute filth. Should be illegal. Like, obviously, you've got to bipod it and stuff, but... My game always does that. It occasionally just decides that it's going to turn on the HUD. Like, unless there's a hotkey here that I'm missing.
We have taken objective Dora.
There's a tanky boy coming. Favorite class to play overall is definitely medic. That being said, the recon class is super satisfying when you nail headshots. And I quote. They do have a rapid fire style thing on the MG42. That does actually exist. Oh wow, we finished top squad. Pretty good. You know, weirdly enough, I actually did pretty well in that game and I wasn't really trying too hard. We've unlocked the M1A1, which I'm super excited about. Thank you for the subscriptions, by the way, Blunto, Mood. Guys, really appreciate it. Anybody who subscribed, really. Oh, Devastation. You guys finally get to see Devastation of Rotterdam. This is the boy. Now this is a good map. Plus I get to use the M1A1 carbine. The respawn time has been decreased. So now if you bleed out, you can hold bleed out, and you actually bleed out really quickly. They've done that intentionally. But this is Devastation of Rotterdam, without a shadow of a doubt my favorite one in this. This map is, well, some would say complete filth in all the right ways.
Capture and hold the objectives.
Capture the bloody objective!
You guys can probably, if you enjoyed Aftermath from Battlefield 3, the Earthquake DLC, you're really gonna love this one. I don't think it is that long, David.
We have now taken objective Dog. The enemies have enough objectives to sway.
Or at least it certainly doesn't feel like it is.
Objectives immediately.
God, I've been waiting to use the M1A1. I really liked this weapon when I first played with it, but I never just kind of got the chance to give it a proper go, I think. I propose using it, like, quite... I focus more on accuracy than spam. Because if you can, like, string together headshots, or even consistent body shots on it, you can get consistent kills. I think it takes about 3 bullets. I mean, that's not 8 seconds. Like, I've just hit bleed out. I've got a 5-second redeploy. Actually, it might be around 8 seconds, but it's still, it feels fast. You won't complain about it, I'll tell you that much.
This'll fix you.
It feels quick though. That's what I will say. It might be in and around that region, but it feels quick. That's really all that counts. Ah, he's behind us. Oh wow, team balancing is going swimmingly in this one.
They've done me. I need a
Tactical
medic.
Brit versus the world, guys. It's gonna be great. I don't have the Tommy gun. It's like rank 20 in medic. I'm not even rank 5 in medic.
I'm fucking dying here.
Yeah, if you hold bleed out, you do bleed out faster. As long as nobody's in your proximity that can help you. Which makes sense. You know, you should be able to bleed out. If it's abundantly obvious no one's gonna save you. And it's 1940 all up. Mate, it's literally 15 verse 29. This is a joke.
I'm fucking dying here, medic.
The enemy is now controlling all objectives.
It's exactly how you'd expect it to feel, really. It is a bit spam cannon-y, but in a good way.
Capture the objectives, soldiers.
I'm just bitching about the team balancing at the moment because it is literally 12v28. I mean, look at this map. It is stunning.
Good show. We've taken objective easy.
There is a tank somewhere nearby. Oh, great. 9v28, lads. 9v28. I think it's safe to say we probably won't win this one. Oh, I completely balls that one up.
I'm wounded, medic.
I haven't got the M1911 just yet. Mate, we're really having a team balancing shocker. Is 8v27, lads. What a time to be alive.
Beware, we are losing objective easy. Know that we have lost objective easy.
Dude, there's so much detail on this map. It's stunning how much effort has been put into this single design. What's my opinion on support having shotguns? I don't think many people will use it. I think it's more of a... You know, I don't use this word very at 6v25. It may very well turn into 1v the rest at some point. Yeah, I don't think they're very important in the class. I think they're more of a gimmick. Like the drilling shotgun just feels very gimmicky. I don't think they have server-side balancing enabled with them, because either that or it's broken, because that definitely shouldn't be happening. I'm just gonna snipe for a bit. Like we're probably not even gonna get out of our spawns. It's 5 people are alive at the moment. I feel like Mary J. Blige, mate. This is all I want. You guys can hear the bombing come in. You can see the bombers flying over and the air raid sirens going off. Come on, someone go revive him. He just got revived. I blew its brains out again. Oh, that poor kid is 5v22. Yeah, this is the bombing runs on the devastation of Rotterdam. Right, I think it's safe to say I'll finally be backing out of this server. I'd like to see them do it. I know this sounds selfish. Like, I know they want to show all these undiscovered places and blah blah blah, but for me, like, seeing D-Day in Frostbite would be wild. Like, that is the dream, surely. We're gonna play a grand operation. Actually, I haven't even really looked at all the modes. Front lines, breakthrough. Infantry focus, list servers. PDM, domination, front lines. Finding a server with space at the moment is a problem. Frostbite does make everything look great. That is a universal opinion, I think.
Soldiers, our success at the Ardennes has opened a way into France. Our next objective is to eliminate the enemy artillery. You will be dropped behind enemy lines. Locate the charges and use them to destroy the cannons. Strike hard, strike fast, and victory will be ours.
Alright, let's do it. yeah, I mean, this is just early access, and there are quite a few full servers. By the way, you guys will get to see Twisted Steel and Arras in a very different light. They work very differently on ground operations, which is really cool in my opinion.
Soldiers, all of the objectives must be destroyed.
I think, you know, a lot of the negative press history doesn't actually deter people. Like, a lot of the negative press doesn't actually recognize that there are a lot of people who are actually just interested in playing the game. I've been so bad with snipers recently. No, that isn't an option, Chris. But to be honest with you, the normal uniforms in the game right now look fine. Like, none of them look out of place. Ah, I'm so bad at the moment with sniper rifles. Jesus. I think it's just because it's late and my reaction time has suffered. We've actually armed one of the objectives, though, which is pretty good.
Good work. Objective Anton has been destroyed.
Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna take this bomb below us. Okay. Correction. I'm gonna get blown out of the air by a flak cannon. I just want to get onto one of the M-coms, really. You really need to use smoke grenades at the start of this, like, because if you don't, you just get victimized for it.
Erste Hilfe.
Picked up explosives. Attention. Destroy all remaining objectives.
Goddamn. I was just trying to sneak out the way there. I love how your uniform gets covered in dirt and blood when you get shot. It's a nice little feature. It does have big Band of Brothers vibes.
Picked up explosives.
Best SMG at the moment is the Sten for me, but I really like the MP38. I got to use that when I was in Stockholm, and that was a ball of fun to use. 12G automatic. What else have I unlocked? The MP38 has like, it's kind of like the Sten in terms of that it's quite good at medium ranges. But what I've really liked about the MP38 is that it has a lot of stability to it. And you can really hit targets. It really increases the overall maximum range of the class, really. Right, I need to make sure I'm the person who gets this explosive.
You have just picked up explosives.
Because we're going to head straight to sea here. Some of the screams in this are intense as hell. And that's how you do the little flank. Flank of dreams, some would say. MP34, sorry. Yeah, that would be it.
Good work. You've destroyed objective Caesar.
That thing nearly got me killed. Oh, hello, that was a sniper shell. Holy Christ. That flag cannon needs to die. Oh, man, my foot is quite painful at the moment. Somebody managed to tread on me whilst we were training earlier. I think it's just good, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, it's just late here. We were having a really good time earlier, but it's so late right now. It's like 2 AM. I'm really excited for the release on console. I can't wait to play on PS4. The cosmetics are good, Ryan. They're not over the top. They fit the setting. Come on, you bastard. Right here. Seriously. Like, you can basically customize everything you'd want. Oh my lord, the Swami. Swami is a naughty little weapon. These guys are like straight behind the enemy lines here. Right, it's time to do some damage. It's time to get rid of that flat cannon for starters. That was all I wanted to do, was just kill the guy on the flat cannon. Oh my god. 50 round magazine on the Swami is filth. The Thompson that I used in Sweden was great as well, the submachine gun. You could get a barrel drum on the bottom of it. I think it put it up to like 60 bullets. It wasn't the most stable gun in the world, but... Oh, the lucky sod. I'm medic, so I can heal myself.
Ich bin erledigt. Helft mir!
I mean, it really is just a game, Chris. Like, it is... It's not an immersion simulator or anything. Like, you can choose to have a female character if you want. It's a choice. Like, you don't have to. You can just customize as you please. That's fine. Like, that... You know, people have been wanting customization in Battlefield for ages, and now we finally have it.
Hier! Erste Hilfe!
I just think the game's super intense. Like, immersion isn't even really a big factor anymore.
Brauchen Sanitäter!
Like, you hardly notice the characters around you. Hey, we're getting absolutely obliterated at the moment.
Granate!
Lucky sod. It does have enhanced mode on Xbox. I've actually played it on Xbox One X, and it runs at native 4K. Like, it's not about historical... It's a video game. Like, I know this is a topic that keeps coming up. Like, there are so many World War II games that feature women in them. When COD World War II did it, no one said anything. When Battlefield did it, the internet decided it was going to get angry. Like, it's not a thing. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, the whole point of customization is to let you customize your character as you like, and we've been asking for this for years, and now we finally have it, and people are like, can't believe you've done this. Like,
They have bruised our pride and our strength, but we remain determined. Our failure to destroy all the Allied artillery has slowed our progress.
just like, on the
We must
whole, it's just
continue
not
the
that big a
attack.
deal.
Advance sector by sector, overwhelm the defenses and secure your areas.
Right, so basically what the game just said was, because we were shit, now we have to go sector by sector and try again. People did, but not as intensely. Like, not... Like, this is just people being angry for the sake of being angry, you know? Like, nobody's trying to rewrite history. That, like, you know, history is what it is. People can recognize that women did play vital roles in World War II. Maybe not necessarily always in combat. Some of them did in some countries. But it's just, no one... You know, nobody's ever going to say, oh yeah, you know, the British Army had women on the front line, because they didn't. Maybe they had, like, the odd person who pretended to be a man or whatever when to get drafted, but it's just, it wasn't a thing, and that's fine. And this is a video game, it's a representation of it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be accurate. Like, you know, it just shouldn't even really be a debate or a topic. It is a game. Like, it never claimed to be an accurate historical... It never claimed to be an accurate historical simulation kind of thing. It's never... Battlefield has never attested to being that. These guys have got mad defense, man. They're absolutely shredding us. We're getting dicked on, to say the least. I literally just spawned into death. It's not a sour note. It's not a problem, really. Like, you know, it's not even a problem or a sour note. It's just like, the debate's gone on for so long now. It's not really a debate anymore. It's just, it is how it is. You know, if that really bothers you to not play a game, then I think you've got your priorities mixed up. You know, Yeah, exactly. The whole conversation on historical accuracy has been run dry. There's just no point, like, the whole point of this game is it fun? And the answer to that is yes. And whilst that may not be inherently obvious at the moment, like, whilst that may not be inherently obvious at the moment watching this stream, because I am very tired, and I probably will be ending stream, I've played this game for hours on end, and I have not stopped. Mate, these guys literally are a brick wall. It's basically you have a spare health pouch. Your health doesn't regenerate, or it does regenerate, but only up until like 60, 70 health. You have a spare health pouch that you can use on yourself to heal yourself. You only get one. If you get a medic come to you or a supply crate, you get another. If you're a medic, you can just use it whenever you want, because you know, you can heal yourself. It's a new thing, but it doesn't make that big a difference.
Ich verrecke hier gleich.
I'm not really sure, actually. I think the max rank is 50. Or at least it's starting at 50. But it seems to be quite... like, I imagine it's going to be like any other Battlefield, you know. You start a rank, you level up quite quickly at the beginning, and then it just sort of... It turns very difficult to get it done. Right. I am tired and sucking, so we're going to call it a night there, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow with... If you are new here, I'll play through this life. Hopefully we live long and prosper. But effectively, I'll be releasing a video every day up until November 20th. There's going to be a crap ton of Battlefield 5 content on this channel. Then I've got the Road to Max Rank series. I've got lots of series coming, and lots of live streams frequently over the release of the game running through December. And you know, yeah, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to PS4. That's going to be great for me. But anyways, I'm going to call it a wrap there. It's currently 2:20 AM. Late, some would say. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with more videos and hopefully another live stream. So, peace out.